Thank you so much, Chris. And yes, I'm proud to say that Sunnyvale is home to about 60 NASDAQ corporation headquarters, including Lockheed Martin, my former company, a Fortune 50 company. But anyway, we are here today to speak and honor my friend Kathleen King, and she has given me the pleasure of introducing the mayor of Saratoga, Howard Miller. Unfortunately, we are of no relationship, Howard. Howard is a California resident. He was elected to the Saratoga Council in 2008. He has been an avid supporter of Redwood Middle School and Saratoga High School. He's a big supporter of the Boy Scouts of America and of ASYU soccer. And he and his wife, Sandy, who is standing next to him, have 5 children. Howard, please come and say a word about Kathleen.
It's always good to have the Millers here. You know, when you're the city mayor, there's stuff going on in the city, so I just have to take 30 seconds. Sorry, Kathleen. First, just like Dave, we all value the view of our hills. Most of us have a slightly different angle than but we do value the hills. And it's always been a challenge. What do you do to prove that you value the hills? And what we just did, I signed the paperwork last week with the help of the Mid-Penn Open Space District and the County Board of Supervisors. Saratoga now owns 64 acres of hillside, which will be permanent open space. From that, we only spent $3,900 an acre, too, which adjusted for inflation is the best real estate deal in the history of our city. With a little bit of work and probably a lot of Boy Scouts, the vision is you will be able to park your car in a Coney parking lot, put your backpack on, and 41 miles later, you will land at Waddell Creek at the Pacific Ocean. So the Saratoga to the Sea Trail is maybe 5 years or 10 years in the future, but the big step is owning the property. We'll have a ribbon cutting there next Saturday at 10 o'clock for those who want to make a short hike behind the locked fence and see what's up there. The second thing which I need to mention about the city, people probably noticed the credit rating of the federal government went down, but thanks to great past leadership within our city, Saratoga has maintained a AAA credit rating. And I know a little bit about finance, so we were able to leverage that into refinancing the only bond that the city has, which is our municipal library bond. And by getting a dramatically lower interest rate, we've been able to save the taxpayers directly off their property tax bills $2.7 million. So Saratoga is one of the few cities and few places in government where we're actually lowering your taxes.
There we go.
Okay. These never hit the front page of the local paper, so I just had to put them out. So a lot of this is possible. You know, Kathleen served on the Saratoga City Council for 8 years. Very formative years in our city's history. We started as an escape from San Jose. We didn't want to be part of San Jose. And we went through this sort of massive growth phase and then the counter-revolution to the growth phase, the don't growth phase. We passed a couple ballot measures to preserve our hillsides and stuff like that. We're entering the third phase of our city, and Kathleen got to be the first bastion of that. This is a city of people who live here because we want to be here. This is a city of people who care for one another and the environment that we're in. We're not a city where we're trying to put our views on every other person. And so the collaboration that Kathleen brought, the determination that Kathleen brought, the logical thinking, the clear thinking that Kathleen brought, put us into a position where as a city we can start that transformation from the old city, if you want to see it, drop by the village any day, to a newer city where we can do things that match our environment and match the way we want our city to be, but yet are modern and new and are nice and places that we'd all want to be. And I want to thank Kathleen because she took it a lot harder as mayor for 2 years than I've taken. I've had a very pleasant year because not a lot controversial is going on. But you had to fight through a lot of difficult issues within our city, and your steadfast determination has made Saratoga a better place. Now, when you look at the county, it is about, as a society, how we treat the weakest and most vulnerable. Children who need health insurance. Well, if you have that question, Kathleen is that person in our county. She does so much with the foundation that she leads. We talk about people in prison, the police, but you can also think of it as who needs help, who needs counseling, who needs guidance, who needs drug rehabilitation, issues of the county, county sheriff, county fire. There's a lot to come up with $4 million, or $4 billion, I'm sorry, for a budget, and no better person than Kathleen to wrap her hands around that and help guide it in a logical and steadfast way to help everybody. So anyway, that's all I have to say about Kathleen, and we look forward to you as our next supervisor. And with that, I think I'm supposed to hand off back to you, Julia? Okay, back to Julia.